There are different sports. Yep, they have procedurally generated sports. They only surface in Legends mode, though. Things like crossbow throwing competitions. And duels and foot races and that sort of thing. And what's hysterical is, like, demons, like the Goblin overlords, really love taking part in wrestling competitions. So, like, if you ever look at Legends mode, you'll see, like, random demon number 45 that's just, like, showing up and, like, participating in dwarven wrestling competitions and winning everything. And then, like, multiple demons from different groups will just, like, be taking part in these wrestling competitions. And it's just like, wait, is Dwarf Fortress just Dragon Ball? Like, is that what's happening here? Like, is it just a big old, like, wrestling contest? MMA demons? Pretty much, yeah. So that was bad timing to start cutting down a tree. Did this Vile Force of Darkness show up? The game claims that there's a Vile Force of Darkness. Where exactly? Oh, it left. Okay, cool. Never mind. Yeah, it's the ocean floor. We're just cleaning it up and putting away boulders and things. Sniper, who am I giving a dwarf to? Or what kind of dwarf would you like? Either or. Unless somebody wants a dwarf. Feeling we're gonna have a bunch of Raging Caves needs an office. Okay, so I'm gonna kill Raging Cave, I think. So what I'm going to do is chat, can someone do me a favor and look up on the wiki when the next full moon is? Because I need Raging Cave to die. Said damn and left. Pretty much, yes. Damn it! Left the map. Already did, sir. Are there weight classes? Fuck if I know. It just says what the thing is, and then it just says what it is, a crossbow throwing competition, and then it says who competes. Like, they are very simplistic in Legends, but they do exist. Just keep an eye on the moon. All right, we also need a seed stockpile. Of all the things to throw, who throws a crossbow? Dwarves. Duh. Yeesh. Who else? He is a vampire? Nope. Vampires are blue. He is a were creature. Were rabbit, to be specific. The humans have arrived to trade, and I'm not interested in trading with them. This is going to be our farming zone. Including above ground farming. Which, of course, we're going to do on the ocean floor, because naturally. I'm going to go up here and we're going to make rock hatch covers. Just do 25. Use conglomerate. I will give you the happiest child, which is Catan. Sniper is 6. She never acts without prolonged deliberation, even to her own detriment and the harm of those around her. But yeah, I guess to kind of like final up the conversation about talking with Zach and Tarn that we've been having for the past 20 minutes. I'm always open to ideas. Please send me ideas. And currently, I feel that as far as stuff with Zach and Tarn goes, I think I've kind of done everything that I'm willing to do, just because I don't want to impose more on their time. All right, so this particular child. She is generally unhindered by the thoughts of others concerning her actions and does not find most jokes humorous. She relies on the advice of others during decision-making, and she has an active imagination. She tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects, and she tends to hang on to grievances. She sometimes can act with little determination and confidence and is not inherently proud of her talents and accomplishments. She lives a fast-paced life, and she is quick to anger, and she thinks that she is fairly important in the grand scheme of things. She can handle stress, and she tends to assume that the worst of two outcomes will be the one that comes to pass. And her hands become animated when she gets angry, and she needs alcohol to get through the working day and does not mind being outdoors, at least for a time, and doesn't really care about anything anymore. She dreams of mastering a skill and personally finds the acquisition and use of power abhorrent and would have all masters toppled. Greatly respects individuals that persevere through the trials and labors, and believes that the peace is always preferable to war, and doesn't particularly care about craftsmanship. She likes brimstone and silver, and dendric agate, as well as clear glass and nurse shark tooth, and giant eye parchment, gems and robes, and yaks for their shaggy hair, and giant tapirs for their floppy noses. Nice. And the words of the style of lace, and when possible, prefers to consume nautilus and custard apple cider, and barley seeds, and can't stand mosquitoes. Stop trooping. Because it was redeemed 5 minutes ago? Trooping? It's not that it's permanently on cooldown, it's just, it is hard to get. All right. Also, Troopin' Panda, how you doing? Tis good to see you. There will be a time when you're not brain AFK. I know that feeling. Although, unlike you, there will never be a time where I'm not brain AFK. I will always be brain AFK. All right, let's go here. I don't actually think they can make that middle one, but we can try. I uploaded one last week. Haynes. But in a large part, I've kind of run out of stuff to tutorialize, at least that I can do in the quick tutorial format, so I kind of need to figure out new formatting to do longer tutorials. At least all of the simple stuff I've already done. Once adventure mode is out, there will be another flood of them, assuming they get me the game early. Otherwise, there will be a trickle of them. There we go, that worked that time. I see, I don't have a fix for that, Cabal Epicer. And also, I never have that problem. So like I don't know. I mean the thing is like I don't know if that's a common problem because that doesn't ever happen to me. Yes, water flowing from the border of the map is infinite. Same with lava underneath the map. So I don't think I would consider that a common problem because I've never had it happen. Okay, it looks like there's nothing I can grow down here because it's the wrong biome type. That's kind of a shame. Oh well. Zag. Kind of hoping it would let me grow surface crops at the bottom of the ocean, but it doesn't. No ocean farms. Sad. I mean, I've certainly had caravans get stuck, but like generally the only way to make them get unstuck is attack their livestock. But I'm not going to make a tutorial video about that because that's largely a bug that should be fixed. Oh wow, they were actually able to build that. I'm kind of impressed. No idea. Doubt it. Because surface biomes don't transfer down to the cavern layers, so I very much doubt that would work that way. Very, very, very much doubt it would work that way. Also, that's another thing about tutorials is like if you're looking for like help on basic things in Dwarf Fort or if you're running into problems, if you do jump into the Dwarf Fortress questions section of my Discord, like we're pretty quick. There's almost always somebody in there within 30 minutes that can help somebody if you need help with things. Trying to think, where else can I grow? Happy late birthday. Thanks, Casualty. Here's friend. I got dwarves partying in here. How many blocks do we have set to be made right now? Also, I can finally fix this tower. Only jet blocks, got it. Okay, let's just make rock blocks. Just generic rock blocks, all rock blocks. Let's actually just get rid of those jet blocks entirely because we got the wall done. So just rock blocks. And let's just do 5,000 because we need a lot of them. Although I have a feeling, Feliz, if I were to channel a hole down to a cavern layer, then it would transfer the biome down. Like if the cavern could see the sky, then it would move down. But there is that ball of flame that I'm not sure if it's still alive in the caverns, so I kind of need to be careful about that. So I'm going to build this. We're going to get a roof on this. And then once this has a roof set up, I'm going to begin making a housing blocks, because we desperately need more housing for these dwarves. And also, I super missed the full moon. God dang it. That might be an issue. Yeah, that ball of fire with wings. Could also try and catch it. It would be a fun, like, defensive monster, but winged ball of fire is kind of terrifying. Some migrants have arrived. I wonder which side of the map they arrived on. Oh, I guess I should give them a way in, hey? They don't really have one right now. Crap. I guess I could open this. I guess I could let you in. Silly migrants. Yeah, we'll just use that for right now. There we go. So this is going to be how we're going to do our housing. We're going to do these like little topped roofs like this. I think these will look nice. Also put extra rooms on top of houses and places like this. We can also start working on flooring for in here and do another layer of bedrooms in there, in the tower itself. I would think that would be like the high-end housing for wealthy dwarves. At least that's how I'd imagine it. Let's extend that out. I kind of like the look of like chalk as roads. What do you think of this, chat? Let's just do that. This is again going to be one of those fortresses where if we ever actually get hit by like a titan that can fly, we're in trouble. Did I not open that drawbridge yet? Yeah, we did. Right. Man, I did a really good job making this, like, this side of the fort completely inaccessible. Kind of accidentally, but... I've completely locked the dwarves out of here. So chat, if I were to ask you, housing carved into the sides of the cliff faces here, or housing structures at the bottom of the ocean, which one do you think I should go for? I mean, titans are just like forgotten beasts. Sometimes they fly. Cliff housing structures. Side sounds cooler. Why the VFOD came and left so quickly? VFOD? What's a VFOD? Okay, let's do a combination of the two. How about? Because they've all come and gone that quickly. I just need more blocks first. Let's add wheelbarrows to this. In here, I do something else. Okay, so I know how I can do this cliff housing. I just have to be careful to, you know, not accidentally dig into... I need to be careful to not, you know, accidentally dig into the ocean. That would be good if I didn't do that. I think it would be bad if I dug into the ocean. And then if I go into the middle here and go up, I can do some more right in here. I'm still I'm waiting for when I accidentally spring a leak somewhere in this fort. It hasn't happened yet, but it's going to happen eventually. I'm very much waiting for it. Let's use conglomerate because I know I'm going to have a lot of it. Oops. Nope, conglomerate. Realize I'm using boulders, but that's fine. Oh, there's a wall piece that needs to be put back. We taking my water? Here's the thing, right? I need to bring some water back in. So at some point I am going to need to build up to the top of this and pump some water into here. At some point. To pour on any leaks? I mean, I think the ball of fire would probably just cause more carnage than actual assists in that regard. Yeah, no, this is all the ocean floor. Yeah. This entire thing, this is all ocean floor. Well, this actually was carved out of the side of a cliff, but this is all ocean floor. Where this dusting of mud and driftwood is everywhere, this is all ocean floor. Would be the funniest way to end this. I already have a well, so that would be pretty difficult. No, because magma doesn't burn walls, right? Rolf, hello, how are you? Is there an actual material the floor is made of? No. No, it's just whatever the, like, so at the very least, ocean floor has textures, unlike the bottom of rivers right now. Raging Cave's still that? Ah, dang it, just missed it again. When is the first, like, the next Dwarf Fortress wiki? I need the wiki. It is currently the 2nd of Galena, so let's go to calendar. The 15th. Okay, so 15th of Galena, I need my military over here. So let's say, just stare here until the 10th. The heck is this? I've drained an ocean. Noto Casa. And I'm building a city at the bottom of it. We have a Weaver that's been taken by a Fey Mood. Work's done. Path of Akra 1 is... oh, that's good. Glad you're enjoying Path of Akra. That game is absolutely phenomenal. So much seafood buffets. I mean, look at our fish supply right now. We certainly have a large supply of fish. Wow, that was fast. Already begun a mysterious construction? What did you grab, Dwarf? 3 pieces of pigtail cloth, tetrahedrite, and conglomerate. Well, good luck. I'm kind of planning to end this fort as a reverse Atlantis. Or as Atlantis, actually. Like, you know how... I don't know if you guys do this, but I kind of plan my fortress's catastrophes into the fort. You know, looking at this, obviously it's going to end by some horrible disaster happening to the outer walls, right? A vacation to my fortress. I don't think you'd want to travel to it, considering the mayor is a wererabbit who, is trying to update stockpile records. I was just trying to pick up equipment. I need a new office. Grumble. You don't care? Fair enough. I mean, the closest thing I would say would be go to Poland and go to their, what are they called? Go to Poland and go to the salt mines in Poland. That's probably the closest thing you're going to get to a Dwarven fortress, I would say. Pigtail skirt. Artifact. It's kind of neat. Jump over to it and give it a peek. It's named Lunum Zutsosh. And this is a pigtail skirt. All craft starship is of the highest quality. It is decorated with pigtail and encircled with bands of round tetrahedrite cabochons. And it is made from pigtail cloth. This object is adorned with hanging rings of pigtail and menaces with spikes of pigtail and conglomerate. Crying in strange languages, just come over and visit Ireland or Newfoundland or Scotland Or anything else that ends with Lund, except for England. Well, actually, maybe them too. I don't know. I quite like this trapdoor here. I think that's a nice placement. And Portland, yeah, there you go. Anything that ends with a Lund, and you're probably gonna find somebody who seems drunk. Oh, I see, because that one's not really auto-assignable just yet. I thought that, like, Finland has kind of crazy alcohol tax, but maybe I don't know. Every time I look at, like, cost of alcohol in Finland, I go, I couldn't afford to be an alcoholic in Finland. But then again, I once heard the Finnish language described as this is what happens when you lock a bunch of drunk people in a basement for an entire winter without anything else to do. So I guess that's kind of funny in its own weird way. True, yeah, no, I'm not saying it would stop people, but, like, it certainly would slow me down. Although alcohol ain't cheap here. You just live in the woods and make moonshine. You can do that anywhere, though. Just have to invest carefully. Fair enough, yeah. Don't drink isopropyl alcohol even though it's cheap on Amazon. It's a bad idea. Wonder what this fortress looks like in ASCII. Cool. Kinda rad, actually. What's 100 kilometers inland? Yeah, there's no port in Portland. And it's also not very portable. You can in the unstable branch. That's the only branch it works in, though. It doesn't work in any of the other variants. Which should theoretically be in the next patch. It's gonna take a while to dig. It's the thing, it's a port to a land. It is a port, it just doesn't identify as a port. Wait, chat room, you goofballs. Never trust Twitch chat. It's a bad idea. The land port? I mean, isn't that basically just a parking? Question. Isn't a land port just a parking lot? Seems wise, Raptor. Like actually, isn't that just a truck stop? Like a land port's just a truck stop. Also, a land port is just Portland backwards. I see what you're doing here. It can't be a Portland and a land port in the same time. That's you're breaking some law somewhere. I don't know what law, but I'll make one up for you. Because that seems illegal. Home Depot, the land port. Oh boy. I know this is all tongue-in-cheek, but there absolutely is sea shipping on a large scale to the Portland Harbor. Shh! Don't worry about it. We're just goofing off. Don't take our goofing off too seriously. If you take goofing off too seriously, that's how people get... I think offended is the wrong word to use here. Annoyed, mad, angry, bothered, mildly upset, inconvenienced. Why did I read that as Jagex based and I was confused as to why we were talking about RuneScape for a second here? Just typing in C is enough, though. It's kind of a matter of whatever works. Because for me, it's easier to hit C than EBL. Yes, Baron. Naturally. You said it, not me. I just confirmed it. I take no responsibility in this offense. What's that supposed to mean? I have no fucking clue. Also, Portland has an airport. Just for you know, when you say airport after this whole conversation, it does make airports seem a lot more complicated than they really are. Chat, my brain is broken. I see this on Steam, and it says, Summer Spotlight, your hub for the hottest game announcements. I read that as your hot tub for the hottest games announcements. And I was like, I beg your pardon? Steam? I feel like I need more caffeine for this discussion, chat. Hold on. Let me just refill this. Omniport. Also, ads are starting. You guys aren't going to miss much. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Omniport sounds like something that you would get on in Disney World. Like, it sounds like something that would have been in like the Future City or whatever. That's like, what is it? It's the launch platform for the omnidirectional people mover.
Double Twitch baby.
Also, I just suddenly got a bunch more kobolds, apparently. I think. Kobolds? Kobolds? Double Twitch, baby. Thank you very much for the 18 months. Also, pour one out for Glimish. Fuldus! That's a good name. Fuldus has them floppy ears. Scribulbus? And, Stalababalamus. Stalablabla. I'm not even gonna try again. Goodbye, guys. Good luck. Did they get anything? Nope. I really, really, really need to just, like... Chat, question. Are kobolds trap avoid? I don't actually know. For those of you who don't know, the small streaming platform Glimish is shutting down, and Zalister streamed to Dwarf Fortress over there from time to time, so. Zalister is the reason I have an account on that website, actually. Yeah, what can you do exactly? Kobold's name trap avoid? I guess, like, because I'm thinking, because they always show up on this side, and if I were to build, like, I don't know, let's just go wall, this, with a pressure plate in here and a door there, and then just leaving little items out. I'm wondering if I could trap some kobolds. Just like single-use pressure plates or something. I thought helmet snakes were a cavern thing. Are they a surface thing? Could have sworn that helmet snakes were a cavern thing. But you have 2 of them and an ogre on your embark. Interesting. I'm not sure what could cause that. I love how often people can be like, is this normal? And I go, I've never seen it. I do really love how often that happens with this game. It's one of the things that I genuinely love about this video game is just how often people can pop into chat and ask if something is normal, and I go, I have no idea, and I've never seen that before. At which point then I ask if you're running mods, and they generally go, no, and I go, huh, weird. It's genuinely one of my favorite things. I will say that helmet snake poison is extremely lethal to dwarves. So make sure you don't get helmet snuck. I mean, just send your military, if you have them, to just go hunt them. And be careful with your hunters, if you have hunters. Yes, you don't really want, you know, permanent paralyzation or whatever. Good evening, Bloodcat. How are you on this fine day? Man, I really need to kill this mayor and I keep forgetting. Fuck me, dude. I'm just going to sit here and stare at this dude. Also, chat, there's some interesting things going on in the background right now that I can't talk about. I just want to say that they're interesting, which is why I keep typing silently. Sup with the locked dwarf? He's a were creature, and it's my mare. It's a were bunny. Were rabbit. So I'm going to sit here and stare at him until he becomes a were rabbit. Or until, right, well, actually, what's the full moon of the coming month? And limestone? The 13th. Okay, we're basically there. Because this is easier and closer, I'm going to be back in a sec, chat. Does anybody ever get stricken with primal fear to then realize, ah, yes, of course, I ate a beet yesterday? Does anybody else ever get that, or is that just me? All of the bongs? I only have 2, and no. No, I'm not. Eating beets makes you piss red and it looks like blood. Okay. Raging Cave has been struck down. See, did he bite anybody? Missed lobsters. He missed Korab. He missed you. Okay, Korab, but the shot was blocked. Missed Van Ori. And then Mace Lord hacks the mayor in the neck with her steel battle axe, and the severed part sails off in an arc. Who's the new mayor? Narev is the new mayor. Rest in peace. An angry one. A very angry rabbit, yes. Okay, well, now that that's done, the mayor is dead. F's for the mayor. Where do I put the new mayor's office is the question. I'm kind of thinking the mayor's office should be out here. That's the third dwarf in a row that didn't make it to the end of the fort. I'm sorry for the bad luck. I'm not doing it on purpose, I swear. It's not a personal thing. It changes every fort. Sometimes I'm super picky about what materials their weapons are made out of. Generally, I don't care. Yeah, I'm not picky at all. I really like it when dwarves use abjectly awful materials as their weapon material. I really like that because it leads to some fun combinations of like, oh, this dwarf is, you know, using a copper battle axe, but they have 255 kills with it, so they must know what they're doing, regardless of if that is like kind of actually an awful weapon. I think this will be the new setup for the mayor's office. I think this middle one needs to be a little bit bigger. We'll just do it that way. So bedroom, dining room, office. And we can attach more offices onto the back of this. I have interest in them, I just don't really like streaming them. And generally, like, I don't know if you've noticed this yet, Sass, but I don't really stream, like, mainstream popular stuff, and Baldur's Gate is kind of that. I try and shy away from that sort of stuff. If a game is full price, I'm probably not going to stream it, unless it's something I'm absurdly interested in, and Baldur's Gate is something I'm like, it's fine. I don't have anything against Baldur's Gate, but it's not, like, extremely high priority or something I'm super interested in. So it's not that I don't have interest in them, it's just, it's not a priority. You love the Werebunny sprite? It is pretty good, isn't it? gonna get rid of used clothing. Like, I guess technically I have streamed CRPGs. I don't really do full price release games, kind of regardless of what they are. Because I like to... The games that I like to play and stream, with some exceptions, are generally... You know, I would rather stream Path of Acra every day for the next year than play Baldur's Gate once. Because I think Path of Acra deserves that coverage. Baldur's Gate doesn't need it. Everybody's going to play Baldur's Gate. Like, it's the same reason I will never stream Diablo. It's not that I don't want to play Diablo. I mean, Diablo looks pretty fun. But aside from the problems at Blizzard, like, I wouldn't play it just on principle because it's a full price release. They don't need my assistance. Like, if you go to Twitch right now, there's probably 10,000 people streaming Diablo. Why in the world would I need to stream Diablo? Right? And I feel kind of the same way about, like, Baldur's Gate. So... It's like if oh man, there was a little one that I was looking at the other day, which I'm like blanking on the name of now, which is on my wish list. Oh, actually, hold on. Let me scroll down my wish list. I'm trying to remind myself of the name of a video game, which is essentially a CRPG that I'm kind of interested in. Here it is, this thing. This thing seems interesting. This is kind of a CRPG. Has all of the mechanics of a CRPG. It's also just a solo developed thing. This would be something I'd be interested in playing, theoretically. Will I get around to it? I don't know, it's not a priority. Yeah, and like, you guys don't need me to stream it because you guys, one, already know it exists, and two, probably already have it. You know? So, like, I don't know. What's the point of me streaming a game that, like, you guys already know that you want to play, right? Like, I'm not going to assist the game at all by playing it. I'm not going to benefit the game at all by playing it. So, I don't know. Tales of Majel is a roguelike, not a CRPG, though. And I already stream plenty of roguelikes. There's another game I'm looking for right now that I can't finding. Maybe I never put it on my wish list. Well, I'll find it later. Nerev meets with the outpost liaison Mang Amalundib. Oh no! What happened to King This Fox Disco Space? King the Space Disco Fox, my old outpost liaison from the previous fort. No, I don't want that, but like... Well, that's sad. S for King. King must have died. Oh, did you redeem a dwarf? Oh, my bad. Sorry. You would like to see the list. Yes, I can do that. And then you can inflict stone upon somebody. I don't play trash, Cappy. Also, new Gollum game isn't $40. Gollum is... How much is it in Canada? New Gollum game is $69.99. Yeah. Well, I mean, if he's the king now, then that would mean I died. 77 here. Yep. Different regions, different prices. Zan the Miner? This one? Give me a second. I actually want to check something. Gongus! I like that name. They export petty annoyance, and we offer them death. Looks like I'm still king. Jerry Gord is still the Duchess. Yeah. Looks like King must have died. All right. Stony. Do you want Stone, aka Seashore's Wall, or just Stone? All hail Gongus. Yes, we must leave out offerings for Gongus. Just Stone. Stone does not feel the slightest need to pay back favors done for her, no matter how major the help or how much she needed it. She has no ambition whatsoever and never becomes angry, actively avoids exciting and stressful situations, and finds humor in most situations. Also came from the previous fort. She finds herself changing her mind about things to agree with somebody else and prefers to be alone. She has a calm demeanor, and she tends to share her own experiences and thoughts with others, and she doesn't mind wearing something special now and again. She isn't particularly interested in what others think of her, and she tends to assume that the worst of outcomes will be the one that comes to pass, and she tends to make a small mess with her own possessions, and she tends to ask others for help with difficult decisions and doesn't handle stress well. She rarely feels discouraged and occasionally overindulges and often feels envious of others and doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She gets distracted during conversations when she's excited and licks her lips when she's nervous. She needs alcohol to get through the working day. She dreams of crafting a masterwork someday, and this dream was realized, and personally believes that little is better in life than a good party, believes the idea of war is utterly repellent and would have peace at all costs, believes that perseverance is one of the greatest qualities that someone can have, and sees power over others as something to strive for, sees working hard as a foolish waste of time, and values decorum, dignity, and proper behavior, and doesn't particularly respect commerce. She likes sylvite, platinum, and red diamond, crystal glass and sheep's wool, and giant leopard seal parchment, bolts and animal traps and yaks for their shaggy hair, and the sound of the wonder of lilacs and the sight of the gloss of smiling, and when possible prefers to consume giant moth and cuttlefish and sewer brew, and absolutely hates flies. Her hair is goldenrod, and her medium-length hair is neatly combed. She's covered in scars, and her eyes are amethyst. Her neck bears a massive jagged scar. Her right arm bears a very short straight scar, and her right upper leg bears a very short straight scar. Kinda don't need to call me out like that. Yeah, that feeling when you feel called out by DF. It's like, God damn it, DF. Why would you do this to me? Get some more tables in here. Also going to add a few more offices into this little office complex. 2 more, to be specific, down here. And I'm going to actually make those out of quartzite. And these 2 more offices are going to be for the broker and the manager. They're going to be slightly different shapes, naturally. Called you out for being maidenless? Really? I never played Elden Ring. I don't play from soft games. But that's kind of funny. But yeah, right now, kind of, because people, I've asked a couple times in the past 10 minutes about, like, games that I'm planning on streaming. Right now, kind of the main things on the docket are this, Path of Acra, Dwarf Fortress, Path of Acra, and waiting patiently for the new Brigador early builds to release. And I'm also patiently waiting for what's it called? Trepang 2. And then System Shock until it's done. I will be streaming System Shock until I've finished System Shock. Brigador stream was rad. I can't wait for new Brigador. So excited for new Brigador. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Oh no, I've got a dwarf stumbling around obliviously. Did I miss another artifact? Man. Actually, I don't know if that was an artifact. No, because the last one was made. Made you stumble around obliviously, dwarf. Tisk. So I need a new broker because my mayor is currently now my broker, which is bad. Oh wow, I'm going to cry. The only game that's made me cry in the last decade, broker, I know her. Oh no. The only game that's made me cry is Citizen Sleeper, which I recommend everybody play because that game is incredible. Buy a fancy robe, why not? Buy some shoes. Buy hood. Can't buy hood. Too expensive. There we go. Nice little trading session. Didn't ever make those into bedrooms, so I should probably do that. What is Citizen Sleeper? It's a lot of reading. Citizen Sleeper is beautiful. Citizen Sleeper is the most accurate gamification of mental illness that I've ever seen in a video game, is what Citizen Sleeper is. It's not for everybody, but it is. If it's for you, it's kind of beautiful. It's kind of a mix of a dice game and a visual novel, almost. I mean, it's got visual novel elements, but it's more akin to, like, a visual novel in the Disco Elysium sense than anything else. Hi, dumb, I'm blind. Also, why does it matter if I pause or not? What? I mean, I haven't played that, but it's by the person who made In Other Waters, if you played or heard of that. Should you be concerned if it's for you? No. It's a very good video game. See, the thing is like Citizen Sleeper isn't it's not really a visual novel though. That's the thing. It's it's more of it's a dice game with visual novel elements. Like there's a lot of reading in it. But it's also possibly the best sci-fi story I've seen in a video game. So, you know, it's pretty great. Pretty great. Highly recommend. There's also a full playthrough of it on my YouTube channel if you want to watch that. Which is largely just me reading. I can't play Hellblade because I am one of those people where if somebody whispers in my ear, if I'm not actively in bed with you, I need to leave the room. So I couldn't even watch streams of it. It was so fucking uncomfortable. And I think that's the point, but and also as someone who gets some auditory hallucinations when I'm really manic, yeah, no, I don't like that. Can't do. I haven't had time, no, but it's on the to-do list. I'll probably do that on my vacation in regards to the People Make Games video. I do support People Make Games on Patreon, so I should watch their videos. What? Oh, I guess I could place it down there. Sup, Pi? How is things? Hope that you are doing well, dude. Build faster, dwarves. Late to bed, early to rise. Oh no. Well, go to bed, dude. Take care of yourself. Don't worry about me. So Nerev had modest quarters. The question is, which one was your quarters? Also, I know that there's another way to do this, but frankly, this is going to take about the same amount of time. I don't have that many bedrooms. You are? Might as well just assign this as an office. This is less of like quarters and more of a house, actually. Like, this is just the mayor's house. Let's go over here. Go there. Kind of screwed that up, didn't I? We'll see you later. Bye. Hellblade, I mean, don't get me wrong, Hellblade seems neat, but it's not a video game I can play. Well, actually, no, I don't need to do this. Oh, no, I do need to do this. I'm like, I don't need to. No, I do. I don't, me and my indecisive. Let's actually put wood logs in the center there. And these will be manager and broker. That's a cool bed. Sport tree beds look neat. I like the color of sport tree beds. And then let's go military. Armor stand. Weapon rack. Weapon rack. What do you think of my little mayor's office, chat? I think it's nice. Rate my mayor's office out of 10. I mean, currently I don't actually think it's high enough value, but... Quivers are prohibited, oh boy. But we're just gonna start building little houses and buildings everywhere around here. 20 out of 27. I like this rating. I don't know what this rating structure is, and it makes very little sense to my brain, but that's okay. It's time to work on this one. I'll wait for that ramp to be installed. There's still far too many things going on at that far end. Some more migrants have arrived. You like the roof? And this little structure? It's pretty easy to do those. Sorry, 6 out of 10 feels bad. Okay, fine. I'll put in some gem windows. You don't know how to do those? You just watched me do it. Just simply mimic what I just did. Easy peasy. Profit. Let's smooth these. Little mushroom houses? I guess. They're not really mushroom shaped, but it's pretty gnomish, actually. Which ones do I actually have enough of? I have enough adventurines to do this? And with rock crystals. Rock crystals aren't super valuable, but they look nice, so let's go with those. I am planning to do that, yeah, but I want to use glass for that, and I want to get in... Oh, actually, it is winter. I was going to say, I want to use glass for that, and not gems. And are we queuing glass? No, because I want to get lava for that. And I don't really want to have dwarves suddenly seeking out stuff to make glass artifacts when I don't really have glass pipelines set up. So no, I'm not currently queuing up glass. It's a smooth mineral. Wow. Thought that there was 2 coal items? Oh no, we do have bituminous coal and we do have lignite. I just don't really like keeping those rolling. I'd much prefer just have lava. And I am absolutely planning to bring lava up here for a variety of reasons. Also, in this chat, we don't say smooth brain. We say bronze brain, because bronze colossi are not particularly bright. They are quite shiny, though. Anything exciting happen? I drained the ocean. Does that count as exciting? We've drained the ocean. We're slowly moving the dwarves into the tower and into the surrounding mudlands. Ugh. Building a new mayor's office. We killed the old mayor. We got attacked by a something or another. Weremoose, which we killed. And we got attacked by a... There was 2 were creatures. There was a weremoose and something else. Lots of wearable creatures in this fort, turns out. Right, these are both going to be offices. That's the wrong way to do that. Problem is my bookkeeper is also kind of nuts. So that's, like, bad. So, broker, you can also... be our bookkeeper. So this can be you. This can be for audio. Wherever audio is. Anywhere. Audio coaster and my broker. So broker, manager, mayor, captain of the guard. Something else we're going to need, we could put captain there. Jurist is like one of the most popular. You're running around babbling. Jurist is one of the most popular dwarf names. This is very much true. Also need to make a proper... Let go. It goes down. Oh, that's growing slowly. Dwarves are still moving these blocks over. Unfortunately, we can't. I already tried. Because it's an ocean, nothing is available. It's a big shame, in my opinion. Although, I could probably grow surface crops down here. I think like this corner up here is probably technically surface crop zone. Let's actually see. Because I would like to. Just build a farm plot there and see if I can. Any given fort is going to have its own most common name. Yep. I think Jurist is just the name that everybody remembers. And one of the faith bonuses is dwarves is Jurist is spelunking. Now, something I need to figure out is what do I do with this? Because I have this structure here. I guess we just deconstruct it, yeah? Because I'm not going to need to pump water out of this again. I hope. I don't think we're going to need to pump water out of this again. I guess we just demolish it, eh? You have a bomb wreck invasion in your fort? Every fort's a bomb wreck? Every dwarf's a bomb wreck? I don't actually know how they're getting up there. Oh, because this is apparently floor. That's fine. Let's actually get rid of this. Not sure when I did that. Remove that. Can remove that. Can remove that. Can remove that. Can remove that. How bad would it be? What do you mean, how bad would it be? You just have a lot of obsidian. So not bad. Just lots of obsidian. But unless obsidian is bad, which I don't think it is, be totally acceptable. Obsidian is a stone, not a glass, indoor fort. Cogs, bims, asts. Well, people don't like ass, and people don't like cog, and people really don't like cog sack. People don't like ast because everybody thinks it sounds like ass. Stupid human words messing up dwarven names. You know? There's a lot of, well, technically this is a this, but the game considers it a that indoor fort to the point where I can't even keep track of it. It's spelled with a K, but yeah, perpetual. It's a dwarf name indoor fort. Pretty common one too. Spelling is much better than you thought. Well, I mean, this is why I said nobody likes it, because they all think it's something else. Basically, I'm convinced that any dwarven mothers that name their kid Cogsack just don't like their kid very much. That's my current assumption. This is Ushat. Ushat's also pretty bad, yeah. Real tempted to just cave this thing in. But I don't think I'm going to. Ushat Bongwreck. Ushat Bongwreck, famous dwarven comedian. Yeah, I don't know. You'll start to realize, chat room, that you've played too much Dwarf Fortress when you read a dwarf's name and go, "You were raised by elves," because they don't have a dwarven name. Or Goblin Spy! When you start recognizing names based on, like, their language, it's like, okay, I've played enough of this game. It's time to go to bed. And you really will. And they're pretty obvious because they are very different. You know what? What's the worst that could happen? This caves in. Let's hope it doesn't. Let's see if it do. Please don't cave in. Please don't cave in. Please don't cave in. Please don't cave in. Because 2 dwarfs will probably die. Diamond Destruct has been found. You didn't even fall! How did that even happen? The hell? A chalk block strikes the miner and then... Got hit in the head with a... That's funny. That is too funny. Oh man, I'm so sorry. Diamond, are you here? You are. I like how I was like, oh no, a dwarf that falls is gonna die if this happens. The dwarf that died wasn't the one that fell. If someone could clip that and get the whole thing in there, that would be fantastic, by the way. I need more shorts. Gremlin for mayor, chat. Can I get a round of plotlands as respect for Diamond? He caved his head in, yes. Because I don't know, to any of you guys who saw the Gremlin for Mayor countdown stream before Dwarf Fortress launched officially, that was courtesy of Diamond and my moderator, Aquafunkalistic Booty Wap. So, shoutouts to Diamond and Aqua for... What? Did I also... Oh, man. I also lost Still. Let's get out of this, okay? Let's... We lost 2 dwarves. You know, I love the fact that we've, like, completely confuddled ourselves with Portland. It's like, we've managed to just make this way more serious and stupid than it is. Just overthinking names of things. Okay, cool. They're both getting coffins. That's good. Got dwarves being taken to hospital, too. Stone and Stodir. Oh no, Stone, what happened? Left lung is mangled beyond recognition. Lower leg is mangled. Man, we almost, like, triple killed some named dwarves there. That could have been real bad. Pax Mac is pushing a minecart. Thanks, Eek. She came from the previous fort, hence the scars. Early winter. Thanks for all the clips, chat. Almost a kill streak. Yeah, we would have gotten some bonuses, you know? I just got an email from a company that I work with, that I've done work with before, that just was just like, hey, are you going to VidCon? No. I am not, in fact, going to go to VidCon. I need to check something. And may also need to run to the front door to check the mail. Ordith, what kind of dwarf would you like? What's the number of that? I figure out what, because a record just got delivered, so. Oh, apparently my copy of Stray is sitting in my mailbox. You want to live dangerously. Gotcha. So the Stray soundtrack did get delivered today, chat. Okay. Which means we'll have a new record to play tomorrow. Yes, this is definitely that one from yesterday. Beard or no beard? Or it is. Because if you want a beard, I need to make a new miner. Seems like most of my miners, except for the art of stuttering, are all ladies. Beard preferred but not required? I can give somebody a pickaxe. Although, do you have preference of which one you would like? Because I could also, you know, here. Here, we'll give this dude a, we'll give Dulbar, the talented miner, also a weaver, a pickaxe. I don't know how happy they are, but we'll go with that. There you are. Ordith. He has an incredibly calm demeanor, and he never acts without prolonged deliberation and never acts without prolonged deliberation, even to the detriment of and harm of those around him. He is very slow to anger and can be very single-minded. He does not try to get things done perfectly, and is curious and eager to learn. He is trusting, and likes a little excitement now and again. He tends to be swayed by emotional appeals, and he tends to be a little tight with resources when working on projects. He likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract, and doesn't know why he's talking like this. And he tends to often experience strong cravings and urges, and he is not inherently proud of his talents and accomplishments, and he has a greedy streak, and he has little interest in joking around, and he tends to consider what others think of him after wearing old clothing in 291. Talks to himself when he's nervous and needs alcohol to get through the working day, and doesn't mind being outdoors at least for a time, and is now mad that there is a vile force of darkness that has arrived. That isn't leaving. He dreams of raising a family, and personally finds the whole notion that one would persevere through adversity completely abhorrent. Views decorum as a high ideal, and is deeply offended by those that fail to maintain it. It would have the world operate in complete harmony without the least bit of strife or disorder, and finds sacrifice to be the height of folly, and has a negative view of those who exercise power over others, and does not respect the law. He likes silver and red zircon giant hair leather. Check. Can I get a vile force of darkness in the chat, please? He likes giant nautilus shell and the cotton fabric. Warhammers and scepters and giant koalas for their adorable appearance. And the words of the amethyst of deserts and the sound of the lace of adoring. And when possible, prefers to consume lychee wine and absolutely hates jumping spiders. His left thumb is broken. Uh-oh. And he has a very long beard, which is neatly combed. His sideburns are clean shaven. His very long mustache is arranged in double braids. His medium length hair is neatly combed, and his copper eyes are slightly rounded. His hair is goldenrod, and his skin is copper, and his left hand bears a massive jagged scar. Ermalok, thank you very much for the 5th month. Welcome back. Get him, squaddies. Oh man, that's non-trivial. All right, well. Snatchers protect the children. Well, it appears that lobsters, aka I ate your lobsters, aka very, very, very talented with a spear dwarf, has already stabbed a goblin thief in the face. The goblin thief screams in pain as they get stabbed in the right upper leg with a steel spear, fracturing the bone, and an ad's about to run, so I'm going to delay it screw you, ad. And the force bends the right hip, tearing apart the muscle, and bruising the bone, and tearing apart the muscle, and bruising the bone once again. As for time moves forward, and we have two bleeding goblin thieves because Lobsters and Id and Kosoth, as well as Van Ori, have all entered the fray, making things like hands fly into the air, and are turning this goblin right here into red and dead. Meanwhile, the goblins down here who actually have weapons are like, man, what's that screaming sound? And Korab the Mace Lord screams, charge! And charges down the hill straight towards Matto, who's terrified while in conflict. Meanwhile, Korab, the Mace Lord, is terrified while in conflict, but doesn't feel anything after seeing a goblin die, so at least that's a benefit. Proceeds to start duking it out with M, who is now heavily bleeding. M, the goblin right here, is... where are you? I can't find you. Anyway, Korab, the Mace Lord, stabs the goblin thief in the upper leg with her steel battle axe, and the severed part sails off in an arc. That seems painful. And rip the jute skirt to shreds. Oh no, no more clothing. Well, they de-pants them. Let's see, the other dwarves seem to be flying through and squishing things. Hey, look at that cabbage. I like the sprite for cabbages, chat room. You know that? It's a good sprite. Speaking of sprites, this goblin Id over here is striking the goblin crossbowman in the left-right foot with a steel shield, bruising the muscle through the high boot made of raccoon leather. And then the axe dwarf proceeds to strike the goblin crossbowman in the upper arm with his steel shield, bruising the muscle. The force twists the left shoulder. The axe dwarf then strikes the goblin crossbowman in the tongue with his steel shield, and the left cheek explodes into gore. So you know that part in John Wick 2 where he grabs the book and jams it? John Wick 3, where he grabs the book and jams it in the guy's mouth and just goes, that's how I imagine that just happened. Anyway, that sounds painful. The axe dwarf then strikes the goblin bowman in the head with a steel shield, bruising the skin through the iron helm, and the force twists the neck, tearing apart the skin. And then, I don't know, Song died pretty quick. The goblins are still fighting for some stupid reason, and the rest of the dwarves seem to run around and handedly clean them up pretty quickly. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Goblin Daddy. Let's go-y. I think that at least in Canada, they're all on Prime. So it's like just Prime and Netflix is all I have because I refuse to pay for more. And the only reason I still pay for Netflix is because my parents use it way more than I do, and like they haven't actually enforced the password sharing shit. They keep threatening to, but they haven't actually done it, so. And then I saw John Wick 4 in theaters. Acre is tantruming? That's bad. The third was Peacock or something? Ew. Peacock is a terrible name for a streaming platform. It's gotta make my opinion known. Netflix has no balls. So Netflix is a lady? Peacock seems about right. I'll be completely honest, I don't pay attention to what's going on with streaming services at all, and then every now and again, one of the podcasts I listen to will just suddenly start talking about, like, Max for some reason. I mean, maybe Peacock makes it sound new and exciting. That or they just wanted to have a really elaborate piss take. Oh shit, I can finally fix this corner. Because this corner is supposed to, you know, be even. But here I kind of fucked it up, so. Same with down here. Supposed to swap out to there. I actually care less about this lower layer. Yeah, I don't use Disney Plus because I don't watch Disney stuff. So that, and I kind of refuse to give Disney money. They have a habit of ruining things I like, so if you ruin enough things I like, I stop caring. Even if you then go back and make good, I don't care. It's already too late. You've killed it. Ironically, I think I might just start going back to the Swedish Public Library for some shows because, you know, the whole point of streaming services was to make it more convenient to use streaming services than it was to steal them, right? Well, they've kind of like botched that by making it more complicated once again. Also, like, isn't HBO, like, low-key going out of business right now? I was reading something about that, like, HBO as a brand might just not exist soon, which is kind of crazy. Ended up with too many streaming service. I mean, seriously, I'm not exactly low income, but 30 plus? How? Wait, hold on. Are you counting Twitch? How do you end? How is there really that many? I mean, I guess there must be. Like, okay, the streaming services that I have, I watch F1 TV, which is like F1 specific, right? It's Formula One. I have Netflix, and I also happen to have Prime because I have Prime. And that's it. Netflix is like not that expensive, and F1 TV is like $10 a month. Master Spike, thank you very much for the 5th month. Welcome back. With all the streaming services, cable might just be cheaper, depending on the package. I love the snow landing down here. Kind of cool. I don't actually... Is Hulu even available in Canada? I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure we're in that... What does God do when the ocean sins? Damn it! I know this one. I don't know. What he damns it? Okay, there you go. I mean, I think this ocean sinned, and I guess by that logic, the dwarves are gods, because I would say so far this project has been pretty successful. I mean, look at this. Pretty badass. So this is going to be animal pens, and on top of the animal pens, I'm going to put a bunch of dwarfy houses. You have so much jet. I had to mine out a lot of it. I think this would have been done like 2 years sooner had I not mined out so much jet. Now machines will fill it. Actually, I wonder. Can I begin machines? Can I overlap water wheels? Something I want to know. Just for aesthetic purposes, of course. That sucks. Oh well. So what I'm going to do is we are going to start placing water wheels in this tavern. Thinking like one here and one here. Maybe one here and one here. And no, they're not actually going to be powering anything. This is purely for aesthetics. I also can't remember what type of wood I made that out of, so I will wait. We dig out oceans? Oceans, mountains. What is an ocean if not just a really big liquid mountain? Was it sandpear? I looked at the color and then immediately forgot what color it was. Oh no, somebody toppled 2 workshops. Well, time to start also building the captain of the guard, I guess? Let's just go with conglomerate. These are going to be pig and dog, or pig and chicken pens, I guess. This is becoming a pretty construction-heavy fort, which may not be the most entertaining to watch, so I apologize for that, but hopefully it's been an entertaining fort, at least for the most part. Flip it might kind of ice flipper. The now coming to a Steam store near you. Or mountain flipper maybe. Construction is the most entertaining to you? Fair enough. Diggy buildy time. Okay. Might actually have to lock this. These dwarves are running over here, grabbing stuff, running back up. We're going to do door and door. Could do a bunch of butcher shops in the middle there. Not sure. This might actually, you know what? Let's just do some bedrooms in here. Let's do olivine bedrooms in the middle. Trying to figure out how I could fit more bedrooms into here. Don't really have enough space. I guess instead of fitting more bedrooms in there, I'll just put some more animal pens in there. More animal pens it is. Any ideas how to implement it? I guess your question is what's your intentions for the use case of it? If it's a containment unit, do you intend on releasing things, or are you talking about just containing stuff? But bars, wherever possible, is what I'll say.
This is Sparta!
My ex borrowed 300 bits from me. When we separated, they returned 300 bits. I lost interest in the relationship.
Nerds Half-Life, thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream today? We drained an ocean. And now we're building in the bottom of it. Also, I built this up here. Yeah, okay. Not close enough to the edge. Releasing and using housing. I'm not entirely sure. But, chat room, can I get a round of beers for Nerds Half-Life? And mods, can I get a shout-out for the lovely raiders? Hope that your stream was good. I mean, I've never been called blonde before. Much more of a, like, brown-haired person, but, it's going all right. Going all right, getting by, surviving. One stream at a time. As you do. Currently working on various housing/construction uses. Thanks, mods. We built our, you know, our nobles' quarters and stuff so far. It's kind of like tiny little quartzite houses. Another artifact starting by an observer. Got some pretty depressed dwarves, which is a bit of a problem, but, you know, we're getting by. My medical grown in the game Deep Rock Galactic. It was completed a deep dive in my medical grown in the game Deep Rock. I don't understand what any of those words mean, but congrats, good for you. I don't know what a gone is. Gone? What? What is that? I'm moving chickens now. And a goose. The goose can live with the chickens. And with these two peacocks. But nope. Well, no, I mean, I can't use any water. If nothing grows in a particular biome, fertilizing it doesn't help. It's already been fertilized. You can't grow anything here. I have no idea what any of that is. Also, I've never really gotten into Deep Rock Galactic because that game makes me painfully motion sick, so. Probably would have something to do with why I wouldn't know what that is. Huh. Never heard of this before. Never seen that written, I guess. Is that, actually, hold on a second. Is that actually how you spell gown? Now that I'm looking at it in Google. Is that really how you spell gown? Huh. Add that to list of words I've never seen written for some reason. How would you have spelt it? Good question. I never really thought about it, to be honest with you. It's like when you see a word written for the first time that you've heard people say or you haven't seen it written in a very long time. It's one of the two. It's like my older sister had this problem that she'd never seen the word stomach written until she turned like 14, 15 or something and thought that the word stomach was pronounced schmotch. And I remember, I have a wedding gown? Bruh, do I look married? Why the fuck would I see the word wedding gown? Why in the world would that be relevant to me at any point in my life? But congratulations, y'all make me feel dumb. It's fine. I kind of do it to myself. Knowledge? I'm more exposing my lack thereof. Less providing more. I look like bride material? Get the fuck out of my chat. An observer has created an observer has created Lytast. What? I'm so confused. Why do you have such a long name, an observer? Atarius Knuckles Lytast, the diagnoser, has created Ulingen, a pig iron spear. Bruh, we have steel. And offers it to the Machine of Oceans. Why did you make it out of pig iron? So close. It's a pig iron spear. All craftsmanship is of the highest quality. It is studded with pig iron. That is very boring. Yeah, I'm more of a glass half empty kind of guy. Long name, short artifact. True. I want a dwarf with a long name and a short artifact. What? What biome is this? Ocean. Beach. I'm not sure what this corner is. I think this is just like temperate forest and then this is black sand desert. But this is ocean. Or at least until I pumped the water out. Now it's rock. Wait, which glass was mine? What, are you the person that sits down at the table with a group of other people and then steals the person's glass next to you? Because that's the worst kind of person. Become one of the most coveted by thieves. Thieves will never get the opportunity to learn that it's here, though, because they don't have a tavern yet. They might eventually. Currently, they don't, though. At this point, to avoid that, I mean, if you tried to make me play Skyrim, I too would hard lock, so I don't blame your computer one bit, frankly. Well, I mean, thanks, I hate it, Bastet. Like, genuinely. Half-drank bottles everywhere? Like water bottles? Wine bottles? Wonder if there's enough space to do 2 per. Not on the end, but the rest of them, yes. Beer bottles? That person is a horrible person. Like, genuinely, that's kind of awful. Little set of housing right here. Stop suspending this. You shit buckets. Can't stop giggling? That's fine. Keep it to yourself. Sounds like It sounds like you're saying friend in past tense, which means I hope you no longer associate with these horrible people. Buphead. The process of actually draining the ocean, 10 minutes. The process of like building the walls to drain the ocean, like 16 hours. I haven't drank beer in 10 plus years. Probably for the best. Alcohol ain't good for you. Aww. Never really hang with them sober. I don't really have friends that are only drinking buddies. Most of my like the friends I do have, I hang out with outside of drinking generally, which I think is kind of good. Friend does trauma ER and said that the vast majority of cases are drunk or elderly. I initially read that as drunk elderly, and I was like, wow. Grandma go hard, I guess. But the or part just makes it kind of sad. Just ended up drinking anyway. Yeah, I know. I know what you mean. I know those kinds of friends. That was the wrong tool. That was also the wrong tool. The elderly fall and the drunk elders probably fall more. Yeah, no tricks out. Oh god, my shoulders. My shoulders are not thrilled. You know, years ago I fucked my back up real bad and then got a bunch of free physiotherapy prescribed by my doctor. I really wish, like really, really, really wish that my doctor would just prescribe me physio more often because, man, it'd be real nice to just like unfuck my shoulder without having to go through a lot of work to do it. It's like, yeah, I could wake up every morning and stretch, or I could just like go see a person who could just unfuck my shoulder with electric shocks or something. I like that they're tracking the snow inside. That's kind of cool. I may also put another floor onto this. Trillionaire stream. I don't think a single one of those exists. I know there's plenty of millionaire streamers. But I can tell you for a fact there isn't any billionaire streamers. And nerd over here streaming Dwarf Fortress certainly ain't gonna get there anytime soon, trust me. Let's make 50. Yeah, but Zimbabwe, didn't Zimbabwe like change their currency? I'm pretty sure they went and just like got rid of everything and like started over, didn't they? I can tell you that's not actually accurate, Pophead. It's more like if you're in the top 5%. Well, 3.5. I mean, what am I even in right now? There was a hot minute there where we were like in the top 1,000 like highest subscribed streamers on Twitch, but we've since dropped pretty considerably from that number. Okay, I'm in the top 0.16 of Twitch right now. You're the 10,725th biggest channel on Twitch. I wonder what my subscriber ranking is. We are currently the 1,073rd highest subscribed channel on Twitch, which is fucked up, actually. And our highest ever sub count was 3,227. Half of my subscriptions almost are gifted. Actually, yeah, almost exactly half of my subscriptions are gifted. Two more bedrooms in here. No, there's a lot of... Well, the thing is, like, I was in the top... I think I was the... When our revenue was leaked, I was the 8,000th, I think, highest earning streamer. Between, I think it was, what, 2018 and 2021 or whenever the revenue was leaked. And at the time, I was making, like, 14,000 USD a year before taxes? Just through Twitch revenue? Which is, like, fucking nothing. So, I need to rebuild this. Lamerite claystone. Rip out these. That's below poverty level? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, I haven't been above poverty level until this past year. Like, literally, this is the first year of my entire life that I've been above the poverty line. I love all the dwarves just tracking all the snow inside. Wipe your feet off, you dirty little bastards. Yeesh. Just gonna get rid of this stairs here. Wow, this is like the 4th different kind of were creature I've seen. The were lizard, Ared Xeridashuv, has come. A giant lizard twisted into humanoid form. It's crazed for blood and flesh, and its eyes glow green. Its sandy taupe scales are small and close set. You will know why you fear the night. And Art of Stuttering is right here. Run away, dwarf. I'm gonna tell the military to go kill it because they've been pretty good about this so far. Run away, Art of Stuttering. Run away. Oh, hey, shit. It turned into an elf. Oh, hold on a second. Why is Art of Stuttering's combat log all about the mayor? Okay, well, it fought with a bunch of monkeys. Well, it fought with a bunch of monkeys, and that's about it. And now is leaving the map. This legendary milker, she's left the map. So this is all conglomerate. I really wish that the use closest material / use select after placement. I wish that those were separate between constructions and furniture. Because it's quite annoying to have to differentiate between those two. A were-lizard? You want to die? Or a legendary milker? What direction are you going with this? Yeah, I'm just sitting here staring at like Twitch tracker, which is pretty neat little stat tracking site, you know? This right here. We were in the top 0.02 during December, which was when that happened. You know, all of that. It's when that happened. It's when that happened. So we have actually dropped quite a bit. So I'm thinking we build a big old set of mist generators up here that can drop here and here, or like at the very least on either side of this, to kind of spin in a circle. Could also probably get these wheels spinning while we're at it. Because I got these up here, and I'm thinking we might as well do something with them eventually, right? No, they're not discouraging. Discouraging isn't the word I would use. The only metric that I find discouraging currently is this one. Because I wish that this was higher. Because that metric is going to control my future metrics pretty heavily. It'll go up whenever there's an update? Sure. But, like, just as a comparison, I know that I don't like comparing the two, but as a comparison, RimWorld has never dropped below 10,000 concurrent players, really. So that I do find a little bit discouraging. It'll go up whenever there's an update, which isn't often. Exactly. Hence the discouraging part. All right, so what we're going to do is this is going to be a power level, and then I think more bedrooms. So I can make these before. How big do I want to make this? Tell Anartha, what kind of dwarf would you like? Can't compare those? Yeah, you kind of can. When it comes to player counts, you can. What's funny is, like, Dwarf Fortress is extremely easy compared to RimWorld. RimWorld's the hard one. Most people have that backwards. But I digress. Require quite a bit of power, I think. I mean, I assume you would like another child dwarf. Done. Nope. There's no royalty anywhere in this fort. And I don't intend on having any royalty for a while. You're currently hauling chalk, and you are kid of 2 doctors, Pandasaurus Rex, and an observer. Isn't Panda making an artifact right now? No. All right. She dislikes obligations and will try to avoid being bound by them, though she is conflicted by this for more than one reason. She can get caught up in internal deliberations when action is necessary, and she has an active sense of humor in most situations. She likes to take it easy, and she tends to be a bit stubborn in changing her mind about things. She takes offered help and gifts without feeling particularly grateful, and she doesn't tend to hold on to grievances. She tends to be a little wasteful when working on projects, and she likes to keep things practical without delving too deeply into the abstract. She doesn't often experience strong cravings nor urges, and she doesn't mind wearing something special now and again. She needs alcohol to get through the working day and doesn't really care about anything anymore. Or the one that doesn't become a werebunny. Yeah, ideally. Dreams of crafting a masterwork someday and thinks that the entire concept of sacrifice for others is truly disgusting and finds maintaining decorum a silly and fumbling waste of time. And dreams of crafting a masterwork someday. She likes saltpeter and zinc and sapphire and giant hyena parchment, short swords and barrels, and cats for their aloofness, and rambunctian trees for their fruit, and when possible prefers to consume beak dog, herring, and river spirits, and whipvine flower, and absolutely hates lizards. Good win, Bastet. Aesthetically, her head is extremely narrow. She has a low voice. And her short hair is neatly combed. Her hair is gold, and her skin is copper, and her eyes are jade. Welcome to the fort. Got 2 more to do. There is a dead monkey in my hole. Well, some things don't change. One got canceled over there. Is that watching it can be a little slow paced? Yep. No, certainly. But like I said, my personal stats don't really stress me out too much because mine are still like astronomically higher than they were before launch. What stresses me out is just the overall player base of the game. That's about it. And that's unfortunately a stat that I have no control over, which is why it stresses me out. Because I know, like, with my Twitch stuff, if I'm lazy, then my stats suffer generally, and usually the person to blame for it is myself. If the game stats suffer, there's nothing I can do about it, right? And because I directly benefit from how well the game is doing at the time, then, you know, shrug. But, you know, things like, I really, really, really hope that we're able to do another, like, charity event like we did last year for Dwarf Fort. Or already, last month, I guess, not last year. Like we just did for Dwarf Fort. I really hope we're able to do another hot potato. But we won't be able to do it if there's so few people streaming it, right? Recently, there's been almost nobody streaming Dwarf Fort. It's largely just been me and a small handful of others. And that means it's rather unlikely that we'll be able to have enough applicants to be able to do another round like that at the same scale, right? Like that's what stresses me out. Than it was on 47? Oh, probably. Certainly, towards the end anyway. In regards to it being higher than it was on previous versions. But on previous versions, like, the only person making content for this game was me. Right? Like, it was just me. Well, I guess me and Krug Smash, I suppose. The rest of these blocks placed. Those corner walls filled out. Yeah, unfortunately, though, I don't really care about other YouTube creators all that much. I care about Twitch, right? Twitch is my bread and butter. Twitch is what matters to me. YouTube doesn't really matter. Like, I honestly, like, yeah, I say that, yeah, it's just, it was largely me and Krug Smash for a really long time, but regardless, like, people on other platforms don't really matter to me. And that might sound kind of rude the way I say it, but, like, Twitch is the platform that matters for me, because it's the platform that's relevant to me. Streaming is the platform that matters to me and the platform that's relevant to me. Anyway, whenever I get, like, I'm not necessarily down, that's the wrong word to use. Whenever I get like this and start talking like this, people always way overthink it, so. Mechanisms. Turns out there's parts of this job where I can't be entirely honest about how I actually feel about how things are going because chat either misinterprets or doesn't fully get what I'm trying to explain. Let's just use Gabbro. Wait, actually, no, I'm out of Gabbro. Can't do that. Use Conglomerate. Also, Twisted Logic isn't really that active. He hasn't uploaded a Dwarf Fortress video in a month. I wouldn't consider that active. Like, his videos are good. I like his content, but he's not active. We're going to... Dang it, game. Why is it every single time? It's right as I go to play something that does this. Every single time. I do upload content literally every day. Mm-hmm. But I digress. One person at a time. Yeah, well. Some would even say, Deep Gift, that I upload too much content. Depending on who you ask, actually. I really hope that they fix this adventure data thing at some point, because this isn't supposed to happen. It's not supposed to just sit here and say saving adventure data for a while. The only time it would save adventure data is if you have a bunch of adventurers in the world, which adventure mode isn't in this version of the game, so it shouldn't be saving adventure data at all, let alone sitting on it for a while. Oh, out of pieces anyway. It's kind of concerning, actually. When I was speaking with Putnam about it, she was also kind of concerned about it. Welcome back, nerds. Make 2 jewelers, I think. Those out of bauxite. Let's do carpenters. Make those out of mica. Let's do 4. You just assumed it was Monster Hunters? Yeah, no, it's supposed to not save anything because it's only supposed to save player-made adventure antics. So it shouldn't be that. Long story short, it's kind of weird. Real pragma. Let's go up, up. I need to knock that out. I don't really want to do that. Uh-oh. Something's going on. Thieves! Kobolds again. I really, really, really need to start, like, leaving them, like, donations, don't I? Run away, you doofus! How would I make a kobold donation? Should I use pedestals or stockpiles, chat? What do you think? I haven't seen any of the Spider-Verse movies, so I can't really help you there. Why would you need to resist it? At that point, just, like, buy the movie and just be able to watch it whenever you want. Swear I just saw that turn. Oh, I see what it was. It was me hovering over. Kind of looks like they're turning when you hover a gear over top of it. That's weird. So let's go down to here. Oh, vertical axle, chestnut. Vertical axle, chestnut. Rumble. Oh, they made another Spider-Verse? I was under the impression that Spider-Verse was already out. I didn't know they made a second one. Not a series or character or thing I care about nor follow, so my bad. I didn't realize they made another one. Which is kind of funny because I'm a really big Nicolas Cage fan. I just don't care about Spider-Man at all. It's probably something I never will care about, to be honest. You go all the way over to here. All right, not bad. Getting there. One piece at a time. Stone, that. At that point, you might as well just go get a theater membership. There's a local movie theater brand? Chain, I think is the word I'm looking for here. That has movie theater memberships here that I've thought about getting a membership to, because I go see movies often enough. Where essentially, like, as long as you are seeing a movie, like I think it's as long as you're seeing 2 movies a month, it's worth it. It's like $10 a month, and instead of one movie being like $15, one movie's $10, and you get one free movie per month. So it's like, well, so as long as you're seeing 2 movies, then it's worth it, because then any other movies you see on top of it, you get a pretty hefty discount. I've been considering it. Yeah, I never want to think about superheroes again, and you can thank Marvel for that. I'm so burnt out, tired, and bored. Are they looking for a way in? The kobolds are looking to steal things. That's all that they care about. They just want to steal your stuff. Like, the last superhero movie that I could say I genuinely enjoyed before I started to feel kind of burnt out on them was Iron Man 1. I watched one of those movies and I was like, man, this is a great movie. And then I watched like 45 more of them, it feels like. And it was just such heavily diminishing returns as time went on that by the end of it, I was like, I never, ever, 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 ever want to watch another fucking superhero movie. So, yeah, superhero fatigue is pretty real for me, I guess. That being said, Iron Man 1 is a great movie. That's because he's a wizard. Fair enough. The Doctor Strange movies were fine. How do I connect these? Super witty, funny comedians. It's okay. You've got DC who will, like, still give you your grim, dark nightmare heroes, if you want to call them that. Actually, that's not true. The last superhero property I enjoyed was Daredevil on Netflix. I quite enjoyed Daredevil. But then they canceled that, and I have no interest in giving Disney more money, or any money for that matter. So, yeah, well, it might as well not exist. Because to my knowledge, they continued it, but allegedly. Although, to be honest, I didn't follow it beyond hearing that they were looking into continuing it on Disney Plus. But that's also. But I honestly just enjoyed Daredevil because of its fight choreography. Nothing else, really. Nothing else about Daredevil was particularly enticing for me. The property was enticing because I read the comics when I was younger, but, like, aside from that, like, yeah, no.
Crypt Sip.
Tobzen, thank you very much for keeping that sub alive. Welcome back for a 6th month. God damn, dude. That's be a long time. Appreciate you, man. I can't remember anything about the Thor movies. I saw 2 of them. I remember thinking the first one was really bad and thinking that the second one was fine. That's about it. But as far as like plot points go, couldn't tell you. Couldn't tell you a thing. Thanks for the 4 pennies, True Freak. But yeah, it was bad. Yeah, I mean, to give you an idea on the kinds of movies I really like, I think Annihilation might be my favorite movie of the last decade. That's the kind of movies I like, right? And the stuff that Disney cranks out ad infinitum is not really my shtick. Wait, what? What has Christian? Which one has Christian Bale in it? The first Thor with your cousin after him. Your uncle and I all came out of surgery, all for unrelated things. You'd have rather had surgery again than watch that movie again. Wow, I guess it kind of depends on how invasive and bad the surgery was, but Jesus. That's not an endorsement. I would describe that as a pretty harsh condemnation, actually. One more mechanism. Thor 3 has Christian Bale in it? I think the last movie... I'm trying to think, what is the last movie with Christian Bale that I watched? One where he was a boxing coach who was high on crack the whole time. Maybe it was meth. Some drug. I'm sure the Thor director likes to sniff his own farts. Yeah, it's such a straight, like, you know, honestly, no comment. That's all I can say. No comment. I never noticed that you see a little line attached. That's kind of neat. Never noticed that detail. How fair is the fort? Pretty good. I'm just setting up a mist generator, which hopefully won't freeze every year. Which hopefully will have enough power. 4. See, I love film. I think film is awesome. Absolutely adore film. I just have found over the years that most animated films are not for me. And at this point, I'm just super fucking burnt out on superheroes. I just kind of don't want to ever think about superheroes again. Like, I love movies, but... Unless you count John Wick as a superhero. Chad, is John Wick a superhero? You locked in your Discord name? Yay! You can now be a single letter to while I'm streaming as well as everybody else. Is Keanu Reeves a superhero? I guess it depends on whether or not you believe in the Keanu Reeves multiverse. Oh shit, I missed one. Where all Keanu Reeves movies take place in the same universe. Mid-League hero? Yeah, same, Nerev. Seems like when everybody's gotten theirs. Never seen either of those. Kimball. All right. 230 power needed currently. It's interesting. Frozen elsewhere. Frozen. That's interesting. Today I learned windmills freeze. Interesting. Because I mean, it would make sense if it was still connected to these. The Angel of Canine Vengeance. This is true. That is the plot of John Wick. For anybody unfamiliar, the whole plot of John Wick is Keanu Reeves kills a lot of people because some guy killed his dog. The movie. Yeah, I don't know why. It says it's frozen elsewhere. I'm not entirely sure. Like, it has enough power. Wonder if I start pumping it manually, what happens? Can I kickstart it? Ocean Mist, maybe? Huh. Well, I can pump these manually, so it's not the pumps. Well, regardless, it's about to melt, so, like, literally right now. I'm assuming this will unfreeze when this happens. Yeah, see, now they're working. Weird. That is bizarre. Yeah, you just get a random pop-up that says, so pick your username now, and then you lock in your username. Pretty easy. And if you're worried about people stealing your username, just don't say anything. That's what I would say. There is somebody who managed to get www.reddit.com, which I think is hysterical. And there's a bunch of posts going around right now of like this person just posting in places saying, so is Reddit gonna DMCA me or? Because I think that's real funny. I do like the username trolling stuff that's been happening. Fortunately, me and I think all of my friends have managed to get our usernames. All right, so that should help, at least a bit. Because we just have way too many upset dwarves in this fort. Anybody gonna go fill pond? They have to find Phil and pond it. Fill pond, there you are. Kill it! Is going to go fill pond. Blink. You think of Keanu, you think of Nicolas Cage? I mean, they couldn't be more different. I mean, Nicolas Cage is a far better actor than Keanu Reeves. As much as I like Keanu Reeves, he's not a very good actor. He's a really good physical actor. He's not a very good actor. He's really good at looking like he's in pain and choreography and all kinds of other very technical, complex things. You ask the man to speak, he's not very good at that. Which, honestly, relatable. He's like a socially awkward actor. It's kind of hysterical. Let's go put one more bucket of water into here. You mean a resting bitch face? Or a resting confusion, I'm lost, what am I doing here? Am I getting paid? Question mark face. Because I like to think that Nicolas Cage is the second one. So what you're saying is you think Keanu Reeves is a really good character actor? UGD? I could see that. Boom. All right, that should help quite a bit with moods. There we go. Look at that. Not a bad little tavern, if I do say so myself. If I lock this, then they have to use this all the time. I drank so much last night. Am I on stage? I was gonna say I don't think you've watched enough Nicolas Cage movies, but also not many people should watch as many Nicolas Cage movies as I have. So I just really like Nicolas Cage in movies. I think he's a very good actor. I think he's very entertaining. But you know. So now I need to figure out more dumb machines to put on this layer. I also don't really have any proper defenses yet, which I should probably start working on at some point. At least we have some bedrooms. Wonder how many dwarves need bedrooms? Actually, not as many as I thought. Wait, actually, hold on. Am I doing these too small? Ah, those will be fine. I tend to forget about movies that Jim Carrey's in. It's just like I know one Tim Curry movie, and then everything else is just him screaming "Space" on repeat. The one place that hasn't been corrupted by capitalism, naturally. And desperately trying not to laugh, because he looks like he's trying so hard not to burst out laughing in every single one of those recordings. I wonder if they can get that done. Or if they're going to cancel. Nope, they canceled it. Well, rip. I think that might actually be one of the only occurrences of my favorite performance by an actor is actually a video game. Like, don't get me wrong, Rocky Horror is pretty good, but I could literally watch all of the clips of Tim Curry in Command and Conquer every single day for the rest of my life, and it still makes me smile. If you ramp through a light aquifer, does the ramp portion leak water? Not if you remove the wall behind it and then replace it. The ramp itself won't leak water, but the walls around it might. So if you can seal the walls around it, it won't. Yeah, or smooth it. If you can smooth it or fill it in somehow, then it won't be an issue. Must have missed a spot. Definitely possible. It might be coming from the ceiling, too. See, I've never actually seen a single Muppets film. I didn't grow up with the Muppets at all. Aquifers can, in fact, leak from the ceiling, yes. If you're on an aquifer layer, the ceiling will leak. How do you stop that? Channel out the ceiling. Hopefully nobody gets stuck on the inside of these homes. I'm sure there's a couple, more than a couple good ones. I just... It's just not something I watched when I was a child, and as an adult, I have no real interest in going back and watching them. Might as well put a skylight. Put like a skylight in event. Alright, how many dwarves are gonna get stuck? My bet is at least 2. Nobody yet? Wow. It's kind of crazy, actually. Is that the frog has a weird relationship with the pig? If romantic is weird, then what's a normal relationship? I actually don't know. Are they romantically involved? I just kind of always assumed they were. All I know about the Muppets is that memes that surface out of the Muppets are generally really annoying for some reason. Wow, this must be some sort of record. Nobody's gotten stuck in the center. That's crazy. Not yet, anyway. There's still a chance. It's not too late. There's still a chance. It's not too late. Okay, we're getting there. I'm not familiar with that one, Amethyst. I'm waiting for somebody to try and get this block and then get stuck. Dog going apeshit outside. Just want them to go get this block. There's a job on it, so somebody's coming for it. Oh well, I can go down here and place beds. Make more beds. I'm assuming this is either going into there or it's going over there. I never watched a single Sesame Street thing growing up with the exception of one Christmas special. And we had 2 Sesame Street books, which I didn't particularly like. My older sister really liked them, though. You have to remember, I grew up without any kind of satellite TV. So, growing up without cable or satellite TV, or even like an antenna on our TV, it was almost impossible to actually see that stuff unless the only stuff we saw growing up was stuff my parents rented. So my parents didn't want to watch it, we didn't watch it. And it was kind of that simple. Or stuff that my Oma bought for us on VHS. And my Oma didn't really buy us anything from the Muppets or Sesame Street. It was always like Disney. So I grew up watching like a lot of older Disney cartoons, but yeah, whatever. I grew up watching a lot of older Disney cartoons, but never anything Sesame Street related or Muppets related. Oh yeah, my ex made me watch the Muppets Christmas Carol once on Christmas, and I fell asleep. Admittedly, I had watched or been up all night working the night before, so I don't know if that was necessarily the movie's fault. There we go. More dwarves getting their own bedrooms. Blissful after sleeping in a very good bedroom. Blissful after sleeping in a very good bedroom. Content being near a waterfall. What you? Blissful after sleeping in a very good bedroom. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I don't remember a single second of the Muppets Christmas Carol. I remember thinking it was inferior to the original black and white Christmas Carol, but maybe that's not a fair contest. Which was always my favorite Christmas Carol. So, probably not a fair contest, but that was the one I remember enjoying. I'm really curious to see if all of this stuff freezes again next year. Chili sauce is an excellent condiment. Well, I mean, I'm not making chili sauce, but I make chili powder. And in regards to chili powder, I posted this the other day. One of the first of my baby chilies. I'm gonna get so many fucking chilies. I've got like 5 chili plants that are like yay big right now, and they're super happy, and they're covered in flowers and tiny little chilies. For anybody who's wondering, which nobody is, but it's fine. I have 4 Hungarian hot wax plants, 5 fire chili plants, and 1 ghost pepper plant. Quite happy with how they're going so far. New merch categories, sweet pickled peppers. Sounds like a tongue twister. Oh, sweet pickled peppers. Interesting. The Forgotten Beast, oh dear, has come. Oh dear. An enormous humanoid composed of lapis lazuli. It has wings and it squams and fidgets. Beware its poisonous vapors. Chat, who's gonna win? Blob of fire who shoots fire, or stinky lapis lazuli man? Apparently is active. Okay, so something killed it, and I don't actually know what killed it. Showed up on the map and died. Oh, it's fighting with old men, I think. Yeah, it was fighting with old men that I guess are just invisible? Didn't even get to fight with the other Forgotten Beast. Papa Blind's burning tire sauce. I don't... Okay, so for clarity's sake, I don't make hot sauce. I make spicy sauerkraut. And I make chili powder. I don't really make sauces, though. And then I freeze the peppers straight and I make chili for myself. But I don't really make sauces. Although this year, and probably starting this / next weekend, I'm going to be starting to make kimchi. Because my first round of cabbages are done. All these things sound good. I never said they didn't. I'm just saying I don't make hot sauce. Chat seems very convinced that I'm making hot sauce when I can assure you I am not sauce. Kimchi is fun to make and pretty easy too. There are far too many dwarves in this area. Is there a particular reason as to why they are no longer... So, I engraved the floors, and when I engraved the floors, they stopped using this... I stopped being able to select this stockpile. That seems kind of bad. Like, they're still using the stockpile, but I can't select it. Salty. Let's see, do you have a dwarf? Can't remember if Salty arrived. No, Salty didn't. What kind of dwarf would you like? Jerry Gord, you are still a Baron. S in this faction. What's up, Rocket? You've had that happen? You just use stockpile button at the bottom and then just click on the stockpile? Huh. There's just sauerkraut with fancy add-ons. It's sauerkraut from Korea. Yeah, but I need to have an item in the stockpile, I guess. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, you are correct. If there's an item in the stockpile, you can click it. That's interesting, though. That seems not optimal. But their laundry machine blew up? That seems exciting. But also upsetting. And also very suboptimal. Also, how's your day been, Jerry Gordon? How's things? Pretty sure you don't? Yep. Your last dwarf was a zombie? Right. Yes. Okay. I keep on having a hard time remembering who's migrated and who hasn't. Anyway, regardless, what kind of dwarf would you like? Salty. And if you would like to, the dwarf with the most dangerous job. Most dangerous job. I don't think I have any really dangerous jobs in this fort currently, with the exception of maybe mining, but most of the danger mining is over. Yeah, probably miners. I mean, the next big project we have to do is get lava up here, which will be dangerous. Let's see. We have Vacker. We have Unib. And Zephon. Not anytime soon. Maybe eventually. Fast. I don't think digging deeply and greedily is particularly a priority in any of my forts in this version. It's just kind of tedious, I find. You don't care about beard. I'll give you the slightly pissy one then. Salty Tempest is salty and a nervous wreck and does not feel the slightest need to pay back favors done for her. And no matter how serious, no matter how major the help or how much she needed it. She finds helping others to be emotionally rewarding, though she considers altruism foolish. She could be considered rude, and though she finds the rules of etiquette to be valuable in the abstract. She has a tendency to consider ideas and abstractions over practical applications. She likes to take it easy, and she is somewhat fearful in the face of imminent danger, and she generally finds herself to be quite hopeful about the future and tends to avoid crowds. She rarely feels discouraged and is quick to anger, and doesn't tend to hold on to grievances, and she's not particularly interested in what others think of her, and needs alcohol to get through the working day. She dreams of raising a family, and she personally views tranquility as one of the highest ideals, greatly respects individuals that persevere through their trials and labors, and she values decorum and dignity and proper behavior, and sees life as unfair and doesn't mind it that way, and values romance and sees sacrifice as wasteful and foolish. Doesn't see cooperation as valuable and dreams of raising a family. She likes pyrolusite, bismuth bronze, pink jade, and the color dark green, pigs for their sense of smell, and great horned owl men for their ear tufts, and the words of the true teacher and the sight of the gloss of smiling, and when possible, prefers to consume yellow bullhead and barley wine, and absolutely hates purring maggots. She has a loaded, a tall body with incredible muscles, and her very long hair is tied in a ponytail. She has a high voice, and her amethyst eyes are close set. Her eyebrows are high, and her burnt umber skin is wrinkled. Her ears are somewhat short, and her hair is white mixed with gray, and her nose is somewhat narrow. And her spouse is English, who doesn't live here. And her lover is the very depressed Az. I wouldn't be able to tell you what the criminal case was. Because I don't, yeah, after receiving justice through a criminal's conviction, because that was in the previous fort, right? So it would have been something that happened in 291. Potentially even while your other dwarf was still alive. Sombre, hello. It's good to see you. All right. Okay. Chat, I'm going to go grab my sandwich real quick because game is saving and it's going to take a minute. If I could get a round of beers, that'd be fantastic. And if I come back to a hype train, you guys get imaginary bonus points that don't matter. And if we get less than 10 more subscriptions, I get to mug chat by gifting a mug out to somebody. And we'll be back in a couple minutes. I think not currently is maybe the better word to use. None of the mods on the workshop really interest me. I like total overhaul mods, and none of the total overhaul mods I like have been updated yet. Another monkey? Goddamn Riaz Macaw. It was fine, Jerry Gord. I'm gonna eat this sandwich. There must be a cavern connection, Darius. We keep getting kobolds coming from this side. All right, to properly answer that question, Jerry Gordon. Yeah, it was great. We went to a couple breweries, wandered around. Kevin chased a goose. It was fun. Now, yep. Okay, and here I was expecting them to just immediately leave again. Two of them did. Nope, now they're coming back. It's reminding me I need to seal off this side. Which I don't think I've done yet. No, I haven't. Get him, pupper! Get him! Come on! You got this, buddy! Oh, no. You don't got this. But, you know who do got this? Logan, the spear dwarf, jumps up onto the surface alongside a backup. They crash through the first round of goblins, into the second round of goblins. Goblin crossbowman, after killing a dog and just being a certified bad person, gets stabbed in the in the head by Warfu, fracturing the skull, tearing the brain through the copper helm. Well done. It was a pretty quick fight. They are currently chasing one final goblin thief who is now also in pieces. Penetration achieved? This, yeah, sure. Certainly. All right, let's finish sealing off this side. Let's get rid of this carpenter's workshop. Let's get rid of this. Let's claim everything here. Let's get rid of this stockpile. Let's go to corpses. Dump everything. Body parts, dump everything, please. Those goblins never watched John Wick. Don't kill a dwarf's dog, is what you're trying to say, yeah? And then I will seal this off. They go use this. You know, is it bad, Lagushka, that that's the first thing I thought when I saw Analysis Lover's name? It was like, oh, it's Tyler. I changed my name. I was like, uh-huh. Sure. Legit read it as Anal Cis Lover. I was like, that's, Not at all you thought the same? Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not the only person. Damn me like an ocean? Rock it like a hurricane. Or rock that sister like a... Never mind. I'm gonna move on with my life. As we're dumping items, this dwarf is super fucking haggard. Oh my god. Sis! I didn't want to say anything. You've tried to... It's what it reads like if you're not paying a lot of attention. Just saying. I feel like all of chat has wanted to make this joke for some time. Well, I'm glad. Boy. Anyway, there's some sort of brawl happening between a few different dwarves. Brudinsky seems to be tantruming, who seems to have started this. An observer and Brudinsky have both died. One in the hall, one in the stairwell, and one down here. Rest in peace, Brudinsky. I guess tantruming was a bad idea, dwarf. Gotta say. Anyway, sorry, Analysis. Like we don't hate you, I swear, but man, childish brain kick in sometimes, you know? The vomitorium. Yes. Okay, well, I have 625 Coke. I was unaware I had that much Coke. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to make 200 pig iron. $200 steel. I don't think I quite have enough for that, but that's fine. Is Pepsi okay? No, only Coke. Diet, please. And, iron sarcophagus, let's just do 20. It's a lot of Coke for a party? I suppose so. Trimkoff also was found dead, same with Iton. Seems like we're having a little bit of a spiral. Yep, dwarves are still pretty mass fighting. I'm wondering actually if this was a bar brawl. Kind of seems like it was. Oop, population dropping. It's all these dwarves working their way up to the hospital and dying. Hey, it's everybody's favorite Doomer music, chat. I lost my diagnoser. It's unfortunate. Clockworks died. Audio Coaster died. Etor died. Irvad died. Vacker died. Still the same mayor. Meaning I need a new manager. Nutwick, you get to be the manager. I guess that's also kind of what I get for, you know, neglecting my dwarves' well-being for so long. Which, frankly, I have been. Out of powder for casts. We do have a bucket. We have one crutch. Let's just increase these numbers. A few. We're gonna make plaster powder. 20. Should have all the stuff to make that. Oh. I know why King the Space Disco Fox is no longer the outpost liaison, because they joined the fortress. I was unaware they could do that. Oh, we have access to a well. Oh, does it need a well? You need access to water. If you don't have fresh water, your dwarves will just die in the hospital, regardless of the situation. That was quite the tavern brawl, jeez. I love the fact that, like, my diagnoser is just making rock blocks. Or one of my diagnosers is just making rock blocks. Let's, get you in here. Oh. Go assist, please. We need triage. Now you're gonna go socialize. Yeah, it seems like a great use of your time, Dwarf. There you go. Human caravan has arrived. Yeah, great timing, guys. The Mayor Nerev is seriously injured. Is anybody coming to, okay, you are cleaning patients. I need more orderlies. To be fair, I've kind of been waiting for this to happen for a little bit. We've had some pretty rough dwarves for a little bit. Nerev has been found dead. We have a new mayor now. Who's the new mayor? Erish, unnamed. Mayor is now open for redemptions. I suppose this is what happens when you overwork your dwarves to this point. Oh shit! So it's the wife of the broker who is now the mayor. You are still alive. You're in this big old pile here. Dog pile, I think. Here, I'll read the dwarves that are currently alive, and you'll be able to see who's resting. Ascarde, Art of Stuttering, Baka Glass, Bastet, The Big Squid, Bridge the Squid, Calcium Crypt, Cornithrum, Darius, Doc Fem, Fly Kick, Gimli, Kiliot, King the Space, Fox Disco, Lyagushka, who's resting, Magos, Nutwick, Ordin, or Ordith, Paxmac, Palpatine, Pandasaurus, Rex, Proud Nime, and Ray Britt, as well as Ryoshin Cat, Rednass, and Safe Keeps, and Salty Tempest, and Celesty, and Sniper Stone, Telling Arthur Tyler. And of course, the military. How goes the war on the ocean? Currently, the dwarves are trying to kill each other, but we won against the ocean. Like, we won. I would consider this a win currently. We are beginning to build housing in the ocean. But the mayor just died in a tavern brawl alongside of a lot of other dwarves, so this is going to take a little bit of finagling, I think. You actually died within about 20 minutes of being named, Yuji. To I can't even remember what. I want to say you like fell off of a wall or something, but you died pretty quick, actually. In self, there we go. That's what you like to see. So migrants have arrived. Excellent. We need more cannon fodder. I mean, fresh meat. I mean, more dwarves. Look at all the blood around here. Good lord. Because you migrated here from the previous fort. This is still the same world, so. Actually, I would say a large portion of these dwarves migrated from the previous one. Cool, I've got sutures going through. More suturing. Stitches, stitches, stitches. Stitches get stitches. What are we doing here? I need more powder for casts, and we need more crutches. Manager currently is who? Nutwick. Currently dressing wounds. Very busy manager currently. Satisfied at work, at least. At least somebody's happy. Didn't feel anything after somebody's death. Man, you didn't feel anything after anybody's death. This would be much quicker if they didn't have to walk so far. They don't actually need tables for surgery, and once dwarves have been brought into the hospital, they're not going to get picked up and put onto the beds anyway, so they're also not going to get moved onto the tables. So there's no real point in putting tables there right now. And we do have a what's it called? Attraction bench, which operates as the same thing. See how they're not moving them? They're literally just leaving them right there. Doesn't feel anything after having an intellectual discussion with an acquaintance. Well. Is crying, too. Go mobilize that break. But I can throw some tables in here. It doesn't really matter. This is a terrible hospital. They want to acquire something. So make crafts, make clothes. Those are the easy ones. Rings, crowns, hats, socks. Doesn't always make them cry, but yeah, it can often make them cry. Speaking of, I should probably start making shell crafts because I got so many bazillions of them. And something I need to do is actually make a bunch of keelanite. We're gonna have to make some clay stuff. I'm thinking clay bricks. Well, on the bright side, I have a feeling this is probably gonna put us in a better spot in the long run. These dwarves are slowly getting removed from here, which is good. The issue now, though, is just getting all these bodies removed. And also the fact that I have a bunch of, you know, unsigned work orders. Where the heck is my... Is my manager just like... Nutwick, what are you? Maybe actually no. I need a different manager, not Nutwick. Salty, congratulations, you're the manager. You've been promoted. I'll let you finish cleaning this patient, and then you are going to go do something of use. Nutwick is good at their job, but I need Salty to go... I'll start up all of these new tasks. And there we go. Hopefully we can start getting dwarves, you know, doing those tasks that I just assigned. We can clean up all these bodies. Anybody die? Chat? You want to answer that question for him? Yeah, there was a pretty bad tavern brawl. Lost a couple dozen, or maybe about a dozen dwarves. Not actually that many, but we lost enough that it was noticeable. Yeah, pretty bad tavern brawl. That's so many Nautilus shells, holy shit. Let's just go, let's make 80 shell crafts. They're all at the farm up north? Right, yeah, no, they all left for the northern helix. Definitely, We always seem to miss the best parts. We've definitely had some excitement today, but on the topic of excitement, chat, we made some good progress. I mean, we drained the whole ocean, and all of these constructions in the ocean, like that over there, and then these small things over here, and then this little thing over here in the corner, and these tiny little houses down here, all new. And we've got a lot of work to do, including building this out into an actual port city, meaning I'm going to be knocking down some of these and building actual port-looking stuff up here, which we will seal in the winter. Because I want this to look like a boat, like a shipping port. It's my long-term goal. Why are the graphics so bad in this game? Because you have poor taste. But we are going to go play some System Shock, I think. Because we'll be playing more of this tomorrow. We made some good progress. But it's time for us to move on and go do something else for the remainder of the evening, because currently we're getting attacked by giant buzzards. Well, not giant buzzards, but just buzzards. You asked, I answered. Chameleon eyes. You asked why the graphics are so bad? I said because you have poor taste. Seems pretty fair to me. So, it's time for you guys to say goodbye, YouTube, if you so desire. Whole lot of progress, yep. We'll be picking this fort back up tomorrow. Nah. I don't need to dwell on moronic takes like that. Oh, no. I mean, like, there's no reason to, you know, dwell on somebody. If somebody doesn't like something, then that's fine. They can move on with their life. Or they can, you know, cause a discussion about it. And that's just gonna, you know, just annoy people.